Okay. I'm trying to figure out how this works. Okay. Yeah. Not much. Hold on. This probably won't be kept exactly. This is just me kind of experimenting. See if we can use it for future stuff anyway.
Wait. Oh, hi.
Hello.
I'm just spectating now on the stream right now. Are you using your phone or are you using your?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm not common with the phone version, so this is going to be a little bit interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have the iPad up so I can moderate the chat and all that stuff, but also I got the StreamYard going.
Right.
How's your night been?
It's been okay.
I'm gonna send the link over to ZumaFan for your stream, not the StreamYard, but the stream.
Sure.
So maybe at some point we can invite him in, but
Sure.
this would be interesting to do myself. Live with StreamYard.
I had a really hard time trying to figure out how it worked for a second.
I'm
Because
not.
I was like, I am not signing up for bullshit plans where you have to pay like X amount of money to continue doing it in the next weeks.
That's what's bullshit. I hate the stream. I hate when they do that shit. It's like the thing is, it should just be free. And if we need more premium projects or premium products, I did StreamYard on my phone a few times. Yeah. Yeah. That's the issue. Is the fact that like we have to do. I hate subscription models.
Is there any way to? Oh yeah, okay. I was like, is there any way to put this in the actual like live chat?
Oh yeah. If you want to pin it, let me see if I could pin it. Maybe I can. I don't think I can pin it. Show on stage, start comment. I don't know. I started it myself, but I don't know.
I started.
But yeah, StreamYard stuff. If y'all want to join,
we can I mean, I'm pretty much doing this because I'm bored and shit. If people want to come on and talk to us, then
I mean,
I'm
I was
totally
talking.
allowing it. I'm totally allowing it.
I was talking to Zuma.
Please don't just don't fuck. Just don't fuck with. Don't fuck with. Like we've had instances where we've encountered trolls a few times.
Yeah. I'll be able to do the live chat stuff, but anything that's like StreamYard stuff that's like.
All right.
I mean, one funny
I'll
thing
I'll go ahead and invite someone that I know has been in previous has interacted with me at least one time before. So
Yeah, in my Putz Fanboys live stream. So yeah.
Crazy world, huh? I don't know if I should invite Zuma Fan. I'm dissenting.
I don't know if I really give a shit. I just know that I tried to do a live stream on Instagram and it barely got enough traction, so I was like, fuck it, I'll probably do one here. Because I had a blast. I had an absolute blast just watching Alejandro's newest video.
Oh fuck me! He posted a new video already.
What?
And ripping it to shreds.
Hang on. Let me go to Alejandro's channel.
Yeah, yeah, I saw he's like posting like proof that what that dude's been doing.
Okay.
There were multiple moments where I'm just like, so you admit it.
Wait a minute.
Multiple times.
Hang on. No, wait a minute. Hang on. Come on, bud. Yeah, what the fuck? I censored some disturbing moments from my terrible late era of Alejandro 100 with some pictures of characters being disgusting and
what the heck?
God damn it, Alejandro. You're such a Trolls band together. I just have to love those trolls. Like, bro, there's trolls again.
Because for whatever reason, even though Alex is not ever going to be relevant, he keeps finding a way to make himself relevant.
Guys, it's Alejandro Epic Productions 2K60 once again, and today
his name is so fucking stupid. It's not even funny.
Didn't laugh.
It's like that Lil Nas X. Like, it's like that Lil Nas X meme where it's like, not funny, didn't laugh.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, I've seen that meme so many times.
Reaction to a...
Oh no, I just realized what the background music is. It's Regular Show.
Yes, clearly.
Like, you gotta talk about bad
He even states later that it's clearly Regular Show music.
Did he call himself out as a pedophile?
No, but he calls himself out as a creep.
Oh god. He really needs to get off the internet. He really needs to.
He does, basically.
I just found it hilarious. Like the lack of self-awareness is so damning.
Oh, his bandmate stuff, like Alejandro's bandmate stuff, is just not original.
Yeah,
I wouldn't imagine.
The biggest issue is the fact that the fan base doesn't know exactly what's better for them. Like, they kind of just rely on Alejandro to get the opinions and that stuff, to get the because they expect Alejandro to be their guide, their knowledge, and because Alejandro is a bad influence, they believe that it's the best for them.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they not follow people like Markiplier? Why do they? Funny enough, how like yesterday we were watching a YouTuber's video, which I made a community tab post about earlier. I was like, this has got to be one of the worst videos I've seen in such a long time. Even Preston says it's like it is a -11 out of cucumbers.
-12 out of a cucumber.
It was like Markiplier got called out by doing a sponsorship to this company that apparently froze like a bunch of money from people's accounts, so they can't even take it out, which is what sucks. Is that you like even with him being like, oh, I like. It's all crazy. I'm so ready to shred Alejandro in one last video. Like I'm like, I want to make one last video talking about Alejandro and shred his ass. Like I'm ready to put the fucking nail in the coffin for him, because it's like, if he's gonna be like, my past actions aren't canon to me, then it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna just immediately burst that shit out of the water. What? I gotta move that. That's my paycheck. I'm gonna watch.
Who the hell leaves their paycheck just kind of laying in there like that?
I haven't cashed it in yet. That's why.
Okay, then.
Everything's around my room and it's kind of crazy. So it's like,
This is a video about me by Gabriel Tucker. Even though I don't watch his videos because I'm more into even better YouTubers out there, but
I'm surprised he
least-
speaks fluent English.
yeah, the thing is that Preston said probably multiple times, it's like, is it not his main language?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, the fact that he said he's no longer.
I will, like, this is how badly he constantly repeats the dialogue that he says. It's hilarious. I literally made a drinking game out of the amount of times he continually said, so yeah.
That's his
And
accent.
yeah, the amount of times he says, so yeah, throughout a video is insane. I made a drinking game. I made a drinking game out of it, and I got tipsy one night.
Wow.
I was like, I was telling Ethan, I'm like, this is a bad idea. Don't, like, I'm warning every adult out there, don't do this.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that.
I don't drink. I'm only 20, but like even if I am 21, I'm still not gonna drink. That to me is not worth it.
Yeah, I am 21, but I'm not, excuse me. Even though I'm 21, but I'm not a drinker.
That's a choice.
Yeah, thank
he gave
goodness.
me criticism about how terrible I was in my late.
I honestly, like, if Alejandro still believes that is like, if the 1 day hiatus thing is something that he believes is gonna be a reason why he's gonna get better, then he can kiss my ass. He really can.
I don't ever get why he genuinely believes 1 day is enough. I don't get it.
Maybe he took that. He took that thing as a 24-hour period, and he was like, and he is like, you know what? I'm gonna take a 24-hour period and just kind of just think about it all myself, but like, and then just kind of return. Also, yeah. So yeah. Oh Jesus. Oh God. The next video I'm making, I wanted to do is do a celebration, to celebrate the 1 week anniversary of my new improved channel, YouTube content channel. And is a video talking about how horrendous my Alejandro 100 self from early 2024 to early 2025 was. Good God, I was terrible. I have a lot to say about my terrible error in my YouTube career. What the heck was I even thinking? It was my worst mistakes I've ever had. Thank God I learned from my mistakes and became a better YouTuber.
Yeah, I'm very glad like my husband told me that he's taking a break for 1 year, which I'm very happy he's doing that.
That's
Like,
smug on my face.
we still genuinely believe
What
that
the heck?
the hiatus is necessary.
That looks like Monkey from One Piece live action. Not to be racist.
I swear, like. Why does Alejandro have to look like that? He literally looks like if he saw, like, what was it? It looks like if he saw, like all, like, his past flash in his eyes and he's like,
I'd say that 1,000,000%.
Yeah, I saw that post that you sent me, Preston. Should I do a reaction to some videos that gave me criticism of for the terrible things I have done? Oh my god, the late. Yep, that's gonna be the new era. The late Alejandro 100 era.
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
To me, like, it's like if there's an era, like, it's like I honestly say 2022 up to present day is like my best era. 2022, like 2020.
Or how I say 2023 to now was the healing era, the transition.
Or my 2018 to mid 2020 was my Paw Patrol era.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna invite Zuma Fan.
Alright.
This is gonna.
Excuse me.
Totally bring people in. I'm totally allowing a lot of my followers to try and
Funny enough, how Nick Hicks made a video today using Zuma Fan's like thing of being like they literally manipulated you, and that stuff.
Oh, Nick Kick 2001?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
Did Disney manipulate us? Depends on who you're asking.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
That is my answer. Yes.
Marvel Animations. I don't give a shit. Please go away, ad.
Yeah.
Man, let's bring back the we really need to bring the guys back.
We need more guests.
Wait, can I make this picture even better? Oh, I can go at 4K, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey, Zuma Fan. I didn't see you there.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, not much.
Hey Arnold was like, has he always been there? Like, has he always been there?
Wait, who's that?
What's coming? I'm a shadow.
What Shadow?
Um,
Shadow the Hedgehog?
No, just shadow. I'm just there.
Oh.
So
Hey, lying on my name, Pa. Let's not bring Shadow in here. Actually no, I'm sending him the link because that would be freaking hilarious to see how he.
No, he's just gonna roast the shit out of everybody because that's what he does.
Oh, I can't wait to see him go after Zuma fan.
For sure. If there's people gonna go after me, then bring them on.
Images.
Let's go, you pathetic wretch. I'll defeat anybody.
Excuse me.
Wait, a link? Is that a bad link?
Shouldn't be.
No, it's not a bad link. What? Wait a minute, the Zuma fan thing, did that actually... No, that's... Oh, no, that... I'm waiting for Zoom. I'm waiting for the Glamorous Shadow. Man.
Glamour Shadow.
Yeah, he's definitely a shadow.
Oh yeah, right.
I want beef. I want to make it on on the internet and have people make videos about, oh look, Zoom fans and some drama with another YouTuber. That's what I want.
It's not more or less another YouTuber. It's a personal friend of me and Preston's.
That's what I need more. I need more drama in my life.
I also have to say he's a massive fan of Louis, so you may want to be careful.
Alejandro.
Yeah, he's too much of a fan of Louis. Literally.
I'm fine with Blue. I don't have like an issue with it.
Yeah, Blue's great in my opinion.
Is it the best show ever? I mean, no, of course not. Want to catch me dead saying that, but I think it's good. I think it's solid. The art style is very much like the modern version of Wow Wow Wubsy. If anyone's ever seen that, it's basically the exact same style of animation and art direction. But also, I am a huge fan of Hey Arnold. Not the person, but the show.
Yeah, the show's good too. I do like the show though, and the movies.
Yeah, the Jungle movie ruined everything, but
I haven't seen that film in 5 years.
that's good.
Why does Alejandro has music in the background? That's just too weird.
No, I like it.
Oh,
This is just chill ass night driving music.
oh yeah.
It's elevator music.
Did someone say
Ah, that's elevator music.
What are you sharing on screen there?
Oh, it's just one of Alejandro's videos.
Oh, should we even watch it?
Oh. I just cut ties with... Excuse me? Yeah, I just cut ties with Alejandro.
Damn.
Oh, what's your favorite episode of Hey Arnold?
Of Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember.
Hang on, I gotta get something.
My favorite episode is Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Personal
I
favorite.
do like Arnold's Christmas.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean it's a solid episode, but I don't feel like it didn't feel like Christmas to me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the vibes of it is very like it's wartime, the Vietnam War, and like it takes place during Christmas. You got all the Christmas decorations and stuff in the background, but that's how I feel is that the Christmas is in the background. It's not. It's not necessarily part of the main story, sort of. I understand like the whole Christmas thing of getting like getting his daughter back as like a gift. But it just doesn't give me the same Christmas vibes as like other things.
Yeah, like
it feels
Grandma
very
got
much like a
run-
war-timed episode.
Yeah, it's like Grandma got run over by a reindeer, but different.
Yeah, except I wish I was the one being run over by a reindeer.
Zuma, no. No.
But the
That's-
Jungle Movie ruined everything. Once I watched that, I was like, okay, I gotta go back because we had all the episodes like in a big DVD like list of them. And once I watched the Jungle Movie, I was like, something ain't right. And then I go back and watch it. I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of frustrated. Jungle Movie is just like a big spin in the face of the show.
Oh my
Glamorous.
goodness. Oh, let me turn the volume up. And yes,
Wait, why are you playing Phineas and Ferb?
It's not.
Oh, Zap-
He
it's-
literally used that
it's
as
all-
an avatar because he was too lazy.
yeah, he's probably using that. Why? What are my thoughts? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Let me turn the caption.
Today, I'm going to talk about a YouTuber that back in 2024, I was once day.
I think I know what you're talking about.
In 2024, and some of the full crop that
The amount of control I have is so addictive.
boy
I have the power.
I know your weakness, Preston.
Oh yeah, what's that, hotshot? Ah, my karma. Ooh.
I honestly thought you would fucking
Get in the
love
car, discount Ryan Gosling. Go for a drive. Except you can't even perform an action sequence. It's all on a scooter.
This ain't fair.
I can see.
Bring the roaster in. Roast Ryan Gosling.
I can't believe I was convinced to join here. I'm not gonna lie.
Better be worth it.
You so lucky I'm tired. I would have been cooking.
Hey, do you guys see that?
Well, Shadow, here's the issue. You shouldn't be lacking. You really shouldn't be lacking, my man. Because I got you.
Oh, you have no idea how many screenshots I got. You don't want to go there.
I caught you in 4K, that was the issue.
Man, I got. How many screenshots I got? You can't blackmail me.
You can't blackmail me, because who's the baddest in the group? You can't show yourself on this freaking stream.
Well, that's just I'm asleep right now. And wait, what? You can't be. You're the only one with a camera on right now. Wait, hold on.
Did you guys see Jesse on Cartoon All Stars the freaking rescue?
I'm indifferent towards that property. It has its problems, but I also understand the good intentions it had.
Did you
Yeah.
really just take a picture of yourself?
I tried to. It was an epic fail. I'll try again. Here we go. I'll try again. Let's see if I can
Just take pictures on stream. Go ahead, just do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, I totally fuck with the background music right now.
Wait, you totally
Hey,
what?
Hey Alejandro, that's how you do background music. Not that shitty ass fucking SpongeBob music you put in the background. That you literally do
SpongeBob music.
every time he did a serious video,
I think
you
so.
had crazy ass SpongeBob music in the background.
At least I know what chill vibe music is.
I personally just use like relaxing, calm music for my videos.
For sure, yeah.
I want my videos to sound like you're going on a walk with me. You're just talking about stuff.
Yeah, legit, yeah.
Goes to show I'm just a better YouTuber than all of you.
You can't say that about me because I use like lo-fi girl music.
I'm not a YouTuber for you. I'm just kind of here.
At least I do actually have At least I actually do show my face.
I've shown my face before. Many
So
times.
it's okay.
Yeah, same
Sneak
here.
dissing too?
I've literally been considered Giga Chad by my subscribers when I showed my face.
I never want to hear you use that word ever in your life.
That's literally what they said. I look like Giga Chad.
You ain't gonna say that word in my presence ever again.
Oh,
Like
so you
how-
don't like the
like how we shouldn't use the word bluey around you either, Shadow?
Bluey.
That word is accessible by you and Pa. That is it.
wait? Bluey is a Bluey and Giga Chad are the words that I am not allowed to use.
I am a #1 Bluey hater. If there was a medal, I would have it.
Here's your favorite game, Shadow. I know you love Sonic a lot. Although I think this actually comes. Yes, it comes with Shadow. It actually comes with Shadow.
I mean, Sonic 06 was definitely choppy, but overall good game.
Wait, why do you hate why do you hate Bluey?
Because there's nothing special about it, and I keep seeing people gassing it up like it's something special. It's so annoying.
So you're annoyed because it's popular?
No, I'm annoyed.
Reminds
that
me of
it's
Christian Lake, honestly.
overrated as fuck.
Reminds me of Christian Lake.
You're annoyed because it's overrated.
It's not. How do I explain it? It's the best I can explain it is that like my brain can't actually fathom the show for what it is because I'm just like I'm too old for it. Genuinely, I'm just.
So
like,
so what you're saying is that you're
fathom
dumb?
I'm
Oh!
Alright, cool. I rated that one. But I just really want to know why there's so many adults in love with this show. I just need to know.
I don't think it's that difficult, honestly. I think it's really simple. You just can't grasp it.
I mean, we have a prime example of fucking fanboy over there loving the damn show.
It's okay to like the show, you know.
Hate that shit. Brand Blue's Clues ass show.
I mean, Blue's
I
Clues
know
is alright.
it's terrible. Yeah, Blue's Clues is a great show.
Well, actually, Shadow, what's your opinion on like Wish?
On what?
What's your opinion on like Disney's Wish?
Disney's Wish? Like, wait,
Yeah, the movie.
Did the movie Wish?
Damn,
Yeah.
it's been such a long ass time since I watched that movie. Yeah, I can't. I think I genuinely forgot what the fuck that was. Give me a second.
Oh wow,
It's
You literally-
been so long. Give me a
you
second.
forgot the movie where the main protagonist is a black woman? How dare you?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
with
never
Ray,
mind.
with Boss Prince.
It's absolutely disgusting. Like you forget your own people, brother.
Oh no!
Yep, I've never. Who is this woman? I thought we were talking about something else for a second.
Jesus Christ, he's going on an unfiltered stream. Let me tell you, Preston.
This is great.
What is? Why is there a weird ass goat bunny shit? Why is that bunny? What is that bunny's face? Why is it like that?
Who?
Yeah, I think I
I
saw
looked
that.
up like Disney's Wish images, and I clicked on one, and it's just a bunch of these animals.
Yeah,
Just
you
can't
you
stop
probably
staring at
accidentally
me.
clicked on like the NSFW section of with.
Yeah, the end credits is so beautiful at the end, in my
Jesus
opinion.
Christ, let me tell you, this is fucking good. This is so fucking good.
I could watch
What
this
was
tonight.
what was Wish even about?
Wishing
Yeah, I
on-
mean we all struggle with that, honestly.
It left so little an impression.
So like no one's gonna
Exactly.
explain what it was about. Seriously, I don't know.
I don't know
Yeah.
either. Don't ask me.
Bad guy wants to keep wishes in his power. Black woman takes it away from him. The end.
Yes.
To be honest, they don't even look black for They kind of look Indian, not gonna lie.
No. She's got dreads, brother.
Well, actually, she has box braids, not dreads.
Well, they're close to
Now
dreads,
y'all kinda
anyways.
pushing it. Now y'all kind
True.
of pushing it. Dial it back. Dial it back.
Oh, boy, we're getting into a racist card over here. Okay. Let's roll that back. Not go too
Yeah.
far down there.
Yeah.
Why is there
But honestly,
a fake-ass
Disney was
like,
so
Wolverine
brave, though. You got to admit, like, it's kind of crazy that like we got a black person as the main character. Like that just doesn't happen these days. You know what I mean? So like, I gotta give it to Disney, right? Like, she's a woman and she's black, and it's like that's crazy.
I don't even think that she's black, Brooke. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Well, that's crazy.
like you remember April O'Neil's Black and Meat and Mayhem.
Mhm.
It's just
Did I just hear the April O'Neil?
Yeah.
I know that, but you got to admit, they always say that they're like, well, our black person's the first black. What they were saying, like, she's like the first black princess or something. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was a black princess before her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Tiana.
Tiana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was a
there's
frog for
one-
most of the movie. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure,
yeah.
but still, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shadow, I
But
know
like,
exactly.
it just goes to show how much they tried to force diversity for the sake of appealing to the more progressive crowd, especially because like back then it didn't matter. Like if Tiana was black, it didn't matter because like it was a case of like it just felt so normal and integrated. But now, if you made a black princess today, it'd be like we need to shout it from the rooftops how progressive we are.
Look how based we are.
Yeah, look how based we are.
To be honest, Disney had a fucking huge fall off. Like, goddamn.
And
They
yeah,
do.
look at Velma.
Oh, yeah, we don't talk about that.
We do
Yeah,
not
we-
talk about Velma. Okay, we don't.
Yeah,
It don't
that
exist.
we'll just pretend that show does not exist.
Velma is just the parody of the idea that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
It was
and
for
so garbage.
absolutely nobody.
I could only imagine it wouldn't really appeal to everybody. Okay, back to
I did find it pretty funny though. That
back to the
black.
relaxing driving music.
I did find it pretty funny that Black Shaggy was willing to give up a kidney for an Indian woman. I found that pretty funny.
I
Wonder
hate
why.
how the crew was just stereotypes. That's all their character was. That was it. I mean, like, really? You gonna bring back Scooby Doo with this?
How am I the only one that's not talking about this?
Yeah, I mean, like, truthfully, Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog is the best black character we've gotten in years.
Oh, are you talking about Sonic the Hedgehog with Jaleel White voice Urkel in Family Matters?
I'm talking about Shadow the character from Sonic.
Oh, that's right.
Is that a fidget spinner?
Yes, it is.
I can't.
Again.
I lost mine. Fuck.
Again, I'm trying to revive a dead trend. trying to revive a dead trend.
Some never
Yeah.
die.
As long as autism goes on, so with a fidget spinner.
What is the stream turned to?
I don't know.
Well, I took control of it. You got. It's my fault.
Literally
Okay.
titled it "Let's Talk," and then the description is literally "I'm bored." So that
I'm the one. I took control of this whole thing and made it actually interesting.
You
Fair
put
enough.
that down right now.
Oh, Trolls! Are you a fan of that?
No, I did. I just bought the CD from Dollar General. There's
Oh. That's good, because if you were a fan, I was gonna call you gay, but then I remembered you actually are gay, so the joke would work.
Yeah, I'm actually lesbian.
Good for you.
It's certainly
I'm bi, so I'm just the better version of both of you guys.
Hmm.
I just love
you don't
both.
have more options.
Exactly.
Girl
More
can.
options equal better. But I was very offended when people said that they really liked Wish.
I mean,
I'm not-
I can handle your opinion though. Like we all have different opinions, you know.
Loki, is Wish
Yeah.
even good? Like what? What?
Nah, it's fucking horseshit, dog.
So like,
Don't let Hey Arnold tell you otherwise.
like, is it a rip off Aladdin?
No, if it was a rip-off Aladdin, I would at least say that they did something different and tried.
Yeah. If you need any indication, get that away just so I can talk. If there's any indication of how bad Wish turned out, all you need to know is the line, "I'm a star, watch out world, here I are." That's an actual line.
Yeah,
Were
sorry.
they
I
trying
just,
to rap? The fuck?
Oh, my favorite was she said, throw caution to every warning sign.
Oh yeah, that's
What
a
the
good one.
fuck does that even mean?
I
What
don't
kind of
know.
bars is these?
yes, yeah, sorry. I just completed the of DreamWorks All Star Kart Racing.
I'm
And people
sorry,
like
what?
this shit. Like, people, well, I was on Mighty Pups Fanboys stream, and they were talking about Wish, and they were like, oh my god, I teared up, I was crying. Like, who are you?
Really?
I
Yeah.
swear I hate that guy.
Yeah, the
I
end
saw
credits is
the
pretty
end credits and
beautiful.
I was crying. It's like, oh my god, you people have any taste at all?
I understand,
It's
like,
beautiful.
to
Well,
some
they're-
extent, I understand to some extent the appeal of like the end credits, but otherwise, I'm like, really?
Well, then just watch the end credits. You really paid
Yeah,
like
yeah.
$10, $12, $20 to go see the end credits?
I didn't, but like I could only, but like every time, like I could already imagine some people being like, I didn't really like the whole thing. I didn't really like the movie, but the end credits were kind of sweet. It appealed to like the Disney classics that everybody knew and loved. But
Yeah.
I'm like, if the end credits are the best thing, that's a problem.
And yeah, you failed your fucking movie. Because it shows that everyone saw the end credits as the best part, which means that nothing in the movie was memorable. And thank God I didn't pay for the movie, because once I saw it, I was like,
for sure.
oh my god, if I paid for this movie, dog, I would find the nearest
But
bathtub a
I
nice...
hate how Disney Plus has basically given Disney a cop out. That it's like if their movie bombs, they can just be like, let's go ahead and put it on Disney Plus, and then it'll become the most streamed thing. So it's not entirely a failure.
At least it's on Netflix right now, because damn.
Yeah, Netflix is pretty shit right now too.
If
I'm
they
waiting
keep
for
going
Str-
on like this, they're gonna end up like Blockbuster.
I'm waiting for Stranger Things 5. That's the last thing I'm waiting for Netflix, and then after that, I'm done. Like, honestly, I'm waiting for Stranger Things 5, and it's like, I'm either between...
Seriously though, Netflix, we're never forgiving you for cuties.
Yeah,
We're never forgiving you for cuties.
Oh, did you even watch the movie?
I did not watch the movie.
Wait, which movie?
And everybody with a sane mind should stay.
Cuties, the movie Cuties.
Oh, the fucking movie where like infected chicken nuggets, children ate it, turned into fucking zombies, Infection. Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I mean that quite literally is not the movie.
The fuck? Wait, hold on. Wait, is it a horror movie? Or like...
QTs, brother. QTs.
Okay, again, I
Q-
know a
T's.
horror movie with that exact same name. Give me a second.
Okay, well, we're talking about the movie with provocative children.
Yeah, we're basically talking about the cheese pizza.
Did anybody watch that movie?
No.
No.
No? I did. The
No.
whole
Okay,
goddamn
hold on.
thing.
A group
It was
of
a-
gay teenagers
it was
were
the
picked off by a
absolute
serious killer
waste
during the
of
first month
time.
their senior year.
Why did you even watch it in the first place if you knew it was going to be a waste of time?
No. After I watched it, I realized it was a waste of time. See, the way it is for me is that if there's a big cultural conversation around something, because I remember when Cuties came out and the whole world was talking about it, and they're like, "Oh my god, this movie's like softcore, like child pornography and stuff like that." And all I did was we had Netflix, and I was like, with a big controversy, I'm like, well, Netflix should have removed it, right? So I go on there and I check out Cuties, and Cuties is there. And I was like, well, it's a big cultural conversation. For some reason, they haven't removed it. I might as well watch it while I'm here. And so I did watch it. And then, like, 2 hours later, I was like, so what the fuck was the point? So I wasted, like, 2 hours of my life on nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I just looked up what Cutie is as a horror movie. What the fuck is this description?
Why do you
I'm
keep
looking
talking
at
about
right
the
now?
horror movie? We're not talking about it.
Wait, hold on. Let me read the description. A group of gay teenagers are picked off by a mysterious killer during the first month of their senior year. The fuck is the hell? What is this?
It's not the movie we're even talking about. So why are you engaging in a conversation that's not happening?
I'm trying to find what movie y'all talking about. There's so many of the same.
Go to
name.
Netflix, put down Cuties, brother. Netflix, Cuties, put it down. You'll see like children like dancing provocatively. That is the movie we're talking about. It should not be this difficult. Like, I mean, like,
Why are we even on this conversation in the first place?
No, okay, never mind.
I know, but we're on it.
We're talking about the shitty things Netflix did.
Yeah. And I said that I've watched the movie while the rest of you haven't.
Okay. Thank you for warning me. This looks like shit.
It is shit.
It is shit.
It is shit. Oh.
You keep doing that. Get a tripod, dickhead.
I'm...
Yeah, don't prop up your phone with books, bro.
It isn't books. You're lucky I have a freaking thing for my phone.
But at least if you have Netflix, there's two things I would definitely recommend on Netflix. It's an anime called Beastars, and then Arcane. But only watch season 1 of Arcane.
I've heard Arcane is boss.
Arcane season 1 is so good, brother, so good.
I've just been binge watching.
Then season 2 is bad.
The entire time.
Also, try out Stranger Things too, because the series, like, if...
Oh yeah, and Transformers War for Cybertron, that was really good.
Oh yeah, the trilogy was amazing.
If you're a fan of Transformers.
If you want something bad, watch The Kissing Booth.
Hell yeah, that's what I do. I just watch bad movies for some reason.
At least The Kissing...
Sometimes we just immerse ourselves in guilty pleasures that it's like, we know this is absolute dog shit, but we kind of enjoy it anyway.
It's like watching The Room. You know it's gonna be bad before you get into it, but you're watching it because you want to do it.
Superman 4.
I like Sharknado. I like the Sharknado movies.
Yeah, Sharknado is definitely a guilty pleasure.
The first one, I like the first one. Not gonna lie.
Like, the thing is that, like, I'm surprised about these celebrities that they got into the Sharknado movies. Like, you got people like, what was it? You got, like, you got Billy Ray Cyrus and David Hasselhoff in those movies, and I'm like, how do you even afford to support, like, a bad movie series? After the fourth one, it was shit, though. Like, honestly, like the Sharknado movies aren't bad. They're definitely a film that you can enjoy if you lower your expectations. But, like, anything after the fourth movie, just don't even bother. I'd consider even anything after the third movie to be bad. The fourth movie's just... It's kind of like Faith of the Furious, but for Sharknado movies. it's not a bad ending, but the third one is where it should have ended.
I do believe everything after the first Jaws movie was terrible.
Yeah, everything after the first Jaws film was completely unnecessary.
It was basically a massive cash grab, unfortunately. Like,
Yep.
I mean, Jaws is a classic. You can't deny that. That's like saying
Without
like
a doubt.
like American Psycho is also another classic. Which I mean, I was referencing that movie thanks to the Huey Lewis in the News CD, which I have. But like, you have American Psycho 2, which isn't even like it isn't even an American Psycho movie. It's just another movie that basically had the American Psycho name slapped on it.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
What is another thing that's gonna be at our cash grab? What
The Lion King movies, those are definite cash grabs.
not the
Which
old one.
Which ones though? Like if we're like I know the original is really good. 2 is not exactly the greatest, but better than the
Two's
other.
dog
Disney
shit.
It's better than the other directed DVD sequels Disney has made.
What about the live action movies though?
Live
don't
action movies balls. I hate it.
Like it's like they're trying to like bring like back the old Lion King fans. Like, bro, they don't give a shit no
Again,
more.
Disney nowadays has to appeal to your nostalgia.
Oh yeah, but they do that though because biggest proof and most recent is that they've made the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show, and the opening theme song has the original theme song from 1967 in it.
Right,
And then they just have like some rapper pop, and then like it's like thrown in the original theme from the 1967 show, and then they have like the new like rap stuff, and it's just like, oh look, it's nostalgia. And it's like, come on, you didn't create anything original. Like the 1967 was original, Spectacular Spider-Man was original.
They need to do something original with Peter Parker, because it's like rinse and repeat. He's a struggling high school student who's a fucking superhero. Like, goddamn, like they give him more respect in the comics.
Oh,
Yeah, they could like make him black or something and call him Miles.
Ha! I get it.
I'm gonna let that one slide because that was kind of funny.
Really, I've been funny this entire time, and you just decide that one? Okay.
Yeah, because that was the only funny joke.
Oh,
It's
that
the
was
only
bad.
It's the only one. It's the only one dumb enough that you got.
Only one dumb enough that I got, but you still made it knowing it was dumb.
Well, yeah, but you laughed at it, so it's like it still got your laugh at the end of the day.
On his ass.
Damn, Shadow is getting like, oof.
I think Shadow actually has competition now.
Yeah. I was literally like, I cannot wait for Shadow to get on Zuma fans' ass, and then it just goes back and forth.
I love it.
Well, so far
I could watch this for hours.
well, he's not trying. That's the problem. Like I'm just punching him the whole time. He's not doing anything.
What was that Mickey Mouse ass laugh I just heard?
That was President. Don't even bother me.
I didn't even laugh. I literally was drinking my water, and then I was like, "Oh."
Oh, I'm hearing squealing right now. What is this?
Squealing.
All I hear is healing from you.
Oh, burn, butter.
You'll need to apply a bunch of aloe vera.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pull out the evidence. Give me a sec. I gotta be a dick.
Shadow is really healing. He's been healing for 50
Cope.
years in
Cope.
gun headquarters.
Cope, see.
Wait, I got the. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind.
Well, so for the shadow guy that you're talking about, like he hasn't impressed me.
Oh shit!
How
If I
has
was
he
a
impressed you?
He hasn't said anything. He only shit on Bluey, not understanding Bluey. So it's like, what's there for me to talk about?
It's It's
But like, what's your movie taste? I don't know. Like, what do you like?
shit. To be honest,
He likes Naruto.
Naruto.
you mispronounce that shit one more time, Paul. You got one more time.
Naruto.
All right, give me a sec. I got the screenshots. Don't worry, I got the screenshots.
You
Wait,
do.
hold on.
Go
I'm
screen.
pressing in here too. Let me see. Yeah, hold on. Let me save these real quick. Don't worry.
Hang on.
That's
Yeah.
better. Yep, I got the screenshots. And
Sure,
He-
bud.
hold on, I'm still trying to find evidence up, Paul. Don't worry, Preston. It's in that corner over there. I got you too.
Also, Preston, how did you feel about the stream with My Puss Fanboy? The last one.
Horrible individual.
I felt like it was a very calm and collected stream. I'll admit that right now.
Yeah, I think you were laughing at a lot of the stuff that I was saying, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I kind of was.
Dude, I thought I was pretty slick with the SpongeBob stuff, though.
Yes, yes.
Honestly, when I made that Alejandro Bluey gripper joke, I was like, what is the one joke which I can make? I was like, Alejandro the Bluey gripper. He loves gripping on Bluey the same way he been gripping on those sponges, let me tell ya. I will never forget that line.
Oh my god, Shadow, like, can you move any faster?
What is he? Dial up
I've-
internet?
I have like so many. I have so much blackmail on Preston. Hold on, I'll just scroll all the way back. Give me a sec.
Blackmail.
Dude's acting like he's trying to find the Chaos Emeralds.
I mean, the Dragon Balls would have worked better as a better joke. Not gonna lie, but okay.
He really said, you got mail, and he's trying so hard to dig through the emails.
To be honest,
You gotta look for the blue clue, bro. The Blue's Clues, bro.
It's
Look for
it's like if he's looking for Hillary Clinton's emails to Justin Bieber.
I was literally about to make.
Listen, it's too late. She deleted them.
she had emails to Justin Bieber. Wait,
Yes.
hold on, really? Hold on. This news to me, really?
Yes.
Listen, if her husband can cheat, so can she.
Yeah.
All right, Paul. You get to decide another day. I don't got shit on you right now.
Actually, what is Shadow even looking for?
I
I have
don't.
no fucking idea. I'm half asleep.
So you're looking for stuff while you're half asleep?
I'm looking for something. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking for, and I
He's
know
look-
that made no sense.
He's looking.
So
why
we
you-
just wasted time then.
He's looking for a cup of coffee. He's really waiting for that double espresso.
Wait, then why are you in the
I
stream
don't
then?
know.
If you're so tired, then go to sleep.
Because this is better than. I don't fucking know. Paul just invited me. I'm kind of just here.
I would rather talk to a guy who's actually invested in what he's talking about.
But I'm always the best at what I talk about. What do you mean?
You basically 90% of the time you're basically speaking out about why Shadow is the worst character out of all the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Well, he's only
It's
been
pretty
in one
funny
movie,
because
though.
you both
I don't
sound
know.
very edgy. In a cringe way.
It's everything's
To be
gonna
honest,
become
I
cringe at
don't-
some point.
To be honest, if my voice sounds like that, it sounds like that. I don't really care about that much.
You lying on my name, Paul.
You're lying on my name, Paul.
It's kind of like if if Shadow met the Hood.
Oh, that was a bad one.
If Shadow met, wait, hold on. Let me look at my skin color real quick. Yep, I should be offended by this. I really should.
You gotta turn on the light in your room, bro, to see yourself.
You know,
Damn.
God damn, he's good. Damn, it's like Zuma fans getting so like Zuma fan is getting.
I want to hire this guy to make up all the insults for my Alex video right now.
I ain't got nothing. Not gonna lie. I ain't got shit for that.
Zuma's not convinced. You probably should turn on your camera.
To be honest, no.
But I think if you turned on his camera, you'll remember that meme where you just see that it's all dark in the room. You just see the white eyes and the white like grainy teeth. That's how he's gonna look.
Oh,
Nah, just insecure, not gonna lie.
God damn it! My God.
Just wear a white shirt so I can see you.
At least I'm wearing something proper. I want to see Preston though. I haven't seen him all day.
oh yeah, have you guys
Press-
played DreamWorks? Sorry.
Play what?
Have you guys played DreamWorks All-Star Kart Racing on the Switch?
No.
No, I got a life.
No.
Yeah, it has Boss Baby and that shit.
I don't understand why Boss Baby is so relevant.
So
I played-
off-brand Mario Kart?
Yeah, it's like Mario Kart, yeah.
Wait, Ryan's World?
Wait, you can play as like Boss Baby in that game?
Yes.
Oh my god! If there's a hill, just let me drive off it.
And then, and credits roll.
And what?
And he falls down the hill, and then the end, it showed the credits.
Oh.
Should have been set on fire as well, but okay.
Yeah, the Boss Baby was so bad, Baby realized that death is better than living.
That's
Yeah, here I am
not
just doing-
true.
Boss Baby realized that death was so much better. He was starring in the role for Boots' Last Wish.
Oh,
Hey, the
what's
Last Wish is kind of good, not gonna lie.
Honestly, imagine a Boss Baby like they don't talk about the implications of abortion whatsoever.
yeah?
Oh.
Imagine if you're put in there, you're like you're going down there, and you got the consciousness inside the baby, and he's like an adult. He's like, oh yeah, I'm about to be born. Then you get ripped to shreds. I want to see that movie.
Oh.
And that would be dark in a DreamWorks film.
Damn, this got dark so fast.
Absolutely,
It's
brother.
even-
I would give as much money as you want to see that shit.
It's even darker than the time that I somehow survived being stabbed in the stomach so many times.
In real life?
No, it's a Drive movie reference.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah, the stream is. Yeah, I understand that it's getting dark. It's darker than Shadow's skin.
yeah.
Whoa.
I think it's so nice letting these racist jokes slide, I swear to God.
This stream is gonna go down as one of the most interesting streams, Preston. Let me
Look,
tell
I'm
you.
not racist.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're not.
I'm really letting these
I
slide.
love black
You've
people.
been firing off one.
Oh, it's all racist.
especially black guys.
I like all races.
Yeah. I love all races. You know, I was a godly person at one point. I was told to love everybody.
Mhm.
So I love you. I love you, Shadow, for being you.
I really don't love me either, but okay.
Bro is really being
No, I
gay
said
right
I did
now.
love you.
And I'm saying I don't love myself. I really fucking don't.
Bro is
No.
really being gay right now. I swear.
Well, you know, I mean that sucks.
Talking
I
over
feel
there.
bad what you're going through, yeah.
What episode of Chainsaw Man you at, Pa? Let me know. What episode of that anime you watching right now? Where you at? I need to know.
I haven't started.
And you're still wearing the hat.
Yes, the hat's cool, okay? You ever wonder what happened with my Apus fanboy after I wore that hat in that video?
Did he finally die?
What happened?
He made a live stream apologizing for everything.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I
So
saw
he
that video.
didn't die. All right, cool.
Wait, what did Bypass Fanboy actually do?
So originally,
Hold on, don't worry. I got a list. Give me a sec. All right, so pedophilia, child pedophilia, adult pedophilia. I don't even know how that exists, but it fucking exists. Cartoon pedophilia. Actually, wait.
MyPubs fanboy somehow
He had
makes
so many
pedophilia
accounts,
out of
so I'm not gonna
adults.
lie.
I don't know how that's possible.
He made it
Yeah.
possible. It was so
Yeah, I
weird.
don't think that's possible.
He broke the law of physics and reality to make this happen.
I swear to Christ.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me access the folder the pod shared with me, because goddamn, give me hold on.
Pedophilia, necrophilia.
Dendrophilia.
Pretty sure he actually has that now.
Arachnophobia.
Oh God, I have not seen. I've seen Arachnophobia. That's such a good movie.
I did not know this became a movie discussion again.
Somehow, in some way, it became a movie discussion.
If he was homophobic, I just couldn't possibly forgive him. Like, that's just the worst crime ever.
I remember he said the FAG word, and I told him to stop.
Homophobic language before, but then we told him and he stopped.
They pull out the F slur every single time. I swear to God.
Yeah.
That's what the 10th word of my vocabulary, I think.
A, B, C, D, E, F. Fuck, that went bad.
I told my Pop Spamboy to stop saying the FAG word, but yeah.
This hat's hurting me. This hat is making my head itchy, so I probably should take
Oh yeah, I
notice.
remember the live stream when there was that one user. I told him that I'm gay, please accept me, and then I said awesome. I'm glad you were gay, and then he totally disrespected that.
It was a case of the native defense being like, I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Alright, I found the folder.
But didn't know that Theta was simply saying to accept him as a gay man.
Yeah, that's why I told him about that
As
too.
opposed to Dakota interpreting it as I'm coming on to you.
Yeah, and I told him that they're saying that they came out as gay, and yeah, they're gay.
Yeah, here's a clip of him actually saying the N-word.
I was
You
like,
want to catch me saying that shit?
I hate Alex so much, but
we should jump in.
The second that but at the same time, one other person was like, this person is one of Trolls Band Together fans' friends, and they were like, what the fuck? I'm like, did that matter?
And also, that same guy was Jesse.
Oh fuck me, I hate him.
Who the fuck is Jesse?
So funny enough, Jesse was the guy.
He's the I don't remember the quote. He's the yeah, sure, but at least he's a friendly guy.
Oh, Jesse, yeah.
Yeah, that just
That guy.
Funny enough, how on our latest Alejandro stream, I ended up confronting him on a different account.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
And
That
how
was
quick
hilarious.
and how quick he went from all talk to literally fumbling was 0 to 9. He was like, oh fuck me, I can't be on these streams anymore. And
Yeah,
I
he
was
left
like,
he left multiple times.
he never came back up that.
Good riddance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just recently cut ties with Alejandro just now.
I don't get how people like them have fan bases.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't either.
I really don't.
It's very to me, I always question why they have higher sub counts than we do. Like, how does
Look
at
Alejandro
Mr.
have
Beast.
How does Alejandro have 13K?
How did?
I don't know.
But it's also a case where like Alejandro wanted to rebrand himself, and it's like you should have made a nerd channel. You should have made a nerd channel if you were actually gonna do an actual rebrand. I would at least give the respect if you actually had decided to do another channel than just using the same channel with the same content and everything. talk about old era. We can go back to your old videos when you're Alejandro 100 self.
We literally looked up Alejandro's name, and an entire playlist of old videos came up.
Were they good videos?
They were
I'll
literally
let
dog
you
shit.
be the judge of that.
Yeah, I do remember seeing my press family saying the N-word, but wait, did Alex say the N-word once?
Alex
Not-
said the N-word in his Discord,
What
Not-
the? What the?
and he was specifically talking about Asha from Wish, for the record.
What the?
I
That's
feel
just
like I
not
should be mad, but I'm just not.
Wow.
It's kind of just like
He also
I
he
accepted
also
this at this
he also
point.
said in that same Discord that Sherman from Mr. Peabody and Sherman was hot.
Is high or hot?
Hot. Hot.
What?
So like we're talking about the dog, right?
Sherman's the kid. Mr.
Oh.
Peabody is the dog.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Yeah,
I
like
know.
he had a saying Mr. Sherman's hot. That's a pedophile right there.
Yes, it is.
How are they not on a list by now?
I
And guess
don't.
what?
I genuinely don't know.
I won't be surprised if Alex has gone to the Epstein Islands.
He's gonna be on the list when it's revealed.
I believe it.
I me too. God damn, I $95 for a drive jacket. That was worth the money right there.
For a what?
The drive jacket.
It's nice
Damn,
materials.
95?
Yeah,
Yes,
95.
95.
Why?
It's actually because it was it's an iconic jacket and it also came from a leather company too. So like it was specially made with special materials. It was made with swole. It has to be dry cleaned. So it's like I don't wear it very often. So it's one of those things where I wore it a couple of times.
The second I heard dry cleaning, I was like, did anyone remember the joke in kids shows that it's like, it's dry clean only?
I do, but
Yeah.
it was never funny because I never understood it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Oh my god, it's
the
dry
same- it's
clean.
the
Who
same
gives
reason-
shit?
It's the same exact reason of like finding that confusing in the same way that they make I put my life savings in the bank. It's like, why? What's the point?
This is really what the reaction of basically dry cleaning and like doing wet cleaning on dry cleaning is. It's
I
basically
don't get the joke for the life of me.
meaning
Like Josh Nichols is a fucking. He's
Oh,
he's
from
perfect for just memes.
Oh, from Drake and Josh?
Oh, that show
Yeah.
was good back in the day.
Yeah, but Drake Bell's a complete asshole.
Yeah, they need to reboot it and just make them all black.
Including, like, Megan.
Megan has to be in Mexican because then it falls in line with the M in her name.
Why do you have so many race jokes?
Oh, racist is a big thing today, bro.
Like,
Racism is
I don't really care.
I'm not
It's
speaking
like,
to
I really
you.
did.
I'm just making the joke.
But
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, you're so like, do you have a list? Like, why are you so ready with these?
There's a lot of race. I just got off Twitter. I was fighting about like the race
Yeah.
and gender swaps of Spider-Man characters.
Oh, fucking court. Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat that last part.
I said I was on Twitter talking about race changes in the new Spider-Man show.
You were talking about Norman and Harry, weren't you?
No, we were talking about characters like Rhino and the Lizard.
What, are they not white anymore? I'm pretty sure the Rhino is already arrested.
No,
the fact
no,
that
the Rhino's a black woman.
Wait,
the
really?
fact,
Yeah,
Damn.
The
Oh,
fact
And the
that
the lizard's also a black woman, or more like an Indian, I think.
Okay, I'm kind of interested to see where that goes. Not gonna lie.
Well, of course, and as many of the people we're talking to are like, well, we've seen everywhere that the white versions can go. They can't go anywhere. So when you change the race, then that means more stories can be told of them. And just like, so you're saying that it's literally all down to their race that matters. So I mean, if it's gonna be about race, then don't worry, I'll make race jokes if that's what you want.
I mean, like that's not how it works at all. It just depends on the writers at that point to decide where the character goes on from there. It's not really about race.
Exactly. So why change the race of the character then?
I mean, to be honest, at some point, at this day and age, it's more about diversity and shit, and more about can't come up with an original idea to save their lives. They really can't.
So change the race and act like as if you did something original.
To be honest, yes, that's what happens with a lot of new show reboots recently.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a trend at this point.
honestly, they should do Nice Guys too. Like, honestly, that's one thing that should be done. Like, even people say it's like one of those films that should have a sequel, especially for Gosling and Russell Crowe. Not Crowe. Like, they did a great job for the first one, and it's like, how come we get Angry Birds 2, but we don't get Nice Guys 2? Oh, we get the Bad Guys 2, but we don't get the Nice Guys 2.
At least we're getting Zootopia too, finally.
Which I'm waiting
Wait,
for.
we are?
Yeah,
It's gonna
we're
be a shit movie, but like still.
And honestly, it's been a couple of years. That's the thing. It's like, the thing is that if it was like,
I see more potential in a Zootopia 2 than a Toy Story 5.
yeah, me too.
I swear if a 5 comes out, like, leave that franchise to die, please.
Like, I see more potential in Shrek 5 than Toy Story 5.
Actually, I
There was
don't.
a
I don't
Shrek
see
4.
hope. I don't see really like any hope for either.
Yeah.
I just prefer that they would just end the stories. I don't know why we don't want to let these stories go. I understand like you like the character stuff, but you told her stories. Done. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Just
But
come
it's
up with original ideas. It can't be that hard.
literally like, we got Free Guy. We literally got Free Guy. Why can't we have movies?
We're
that
about to get Dog Man.
we're about to get what is it? I mean, literally, we got a bunch of new, Sonic 3 was such a good movie. Like, honestly, it was one of those things where, like, honestly, I hope that they leave it at the fourth movie. I hope they don't actually focus on trying to make, like, 3 more movies. I hope they just make the fourth one and then they call it there. Because honestly, if they do a 5th movie, then that's when I'm gonna get concerned.
To be honest, I don't
I-
think it's gonna stop
I
at
see
4
more
because there's still
value
like
in a
so many
Zootopia
Sonic
2 than a
characters
Frozen
left.
3.
Like, I think the series gets better when it goes on, because the first one was pretty good, but then you got the second one, which was beautifully done, and then you got the third one, which is not as good as the second one, but it's still pretty damn good.
Toy Story?
No,
Sonic.
the
Sonic.
Oh, Sonic, okay.
I do low-key believe it's not gonna stop at 4 because like there's so many Sonic characters that haven't been introduced that there's gonna be a lot of people asking about, like Silver the Hedgehog, Team Chaotic, and a bunch of other stuff.
I think they're gonna try to bring it into this next film. I think because they brought Amy in, they brought Metal Sonic in. Shadow's definitely coming up into the fourth film.
If I see Silver, I wouldn't be surprised. Not gonna lie.
I'd rather see Rose and Cream.
Honestly, I'm only watching Sonic X right now, so I can't really comment on my opinions on the movies yet.
How fitting.
I remember watching that back in the day. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, my friends are huge Sonic fans, so we're watching it. Honestly, the show's pretty damn good, actually.
So yes, I do feel like they should have brought back Dark Sonic at some point. Like in the recent Sonic comics or something, they should have definitely brought back Dark Sonic. Not gonna lie.
Isn't that Shadow?
What?
Isn't that Shadow?
No, no. Okay, you haven't made it to that point yet. I'm not gonna say anything more. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
so you're not
spoil it.
gonna...
I'm just I'm gonna let you find out yourself.
Okay, so let's go to Google and see who this is.
Oh my god. And where did Paul vanish to?
I have no idea.
He's in the background somewhere. But yeah, Princeton, what do you talk about, man? Since when I was on the my Puff Fanboys stream, there was a lot of annoying ass people on there. I didn't have any razor blades in my bedroom, so I was forced to hear it, you know. But you were doing pretty good.
Okay, suicide jokes. I'm gonna need you to stop there. I'm gonna need that. Stop right there.
I'll joke about whatever I want.
I literally had a friend who almost did that, so I'm gonna need you to stop.
I'll joke about what I want. Oh, sorry about your friend, but this has nothing to do with him. Anyways, so Princeton.
Yeah.
How it like? Do you talk about like movies on your channel? Do you even have a channel?
I do. It is same profile, same name. I usually am. I've been focusing on different stuff. I got my break mainly from both Paw Patrol, Trolls, and Star Versus. But I like to be more of a multi-fandom kind of guy. I want to branch out to bigger stuff like Marvel, DC, Star Wars at some point. Whenever I have the opportunity to do more research on those things.
Paul's phone died. He's gonna call it a night.
Phone died. He's gonna call it a night. Okay. Wait. Phone. Oh yeah, I was about to say. I'm like, phone died. How did you text that? But it's like you probably charged it.
Wait, so is this not his stream or is this your stream?
This is mine.
Oh, okay.
Just like he invited Shadow. And Hey Arnold was already watching.
All right. So like you do Paw Patrol content?
I do not do Paw Patrol content as much anymore because at season 1 I was like, I understand why it kind of appeals more to littler kids and adults wouldn't be able to do it. And then 2, 3, and 4 ended up having a lot of creative stuff that they brought in. Like obviously it was for toy stuff, but at the same time, like they were creative things that's like, oh, I could see this kind of sneaking off and being somewhat interesting. But then all of the stuff that they introduced, like the new characters and all that, they just kind of stopped using them after like a couple episodes, and they just went back to the same old casting and old shit. And I'm like, okay, after season 5, I was done.
Right.
And
so
other friends stuck around for 6 and 7, but even then, by the time they got to 8, they were done.
Right. So what would you consider to be the best season?
Ooh. 4, I think.
What do you think of 4 is the best?
I think it had more intriguing concepts. Like I think it had more like it started with Air Patrol, and it kind of moved on to Mission Paw and Sea stuff, Merpup related stuff. Like I think it had the most creative ideas out of all of them. But then season 5 just felt like a regress because like characters like Everest and Tracker and they just kind of got less relevant as time went on, and they just kind of
True.
focused on the same 6 characters again and again and again.
Yeah, that is true. That is the most creative of all the seasons, and there's a lot of good stuff, but I consider season 1 to be the best. Season 1 to me is what the show has always been like about. Whenever I think of
Right.
why I like the show, season 1 always comes to mind. And season 1 is not written for like idiots, basically.
Right.
When you actually watch it, you're like, oh, so these are like real world things, like anybody goes through, right? Like this is something that sort of like like one of the things that they dealt with was the wind turbines.
Yeah.
Like, when the wings break,
Yeah.
then the power goes out. It's like, well, that kind of stuff does happen in real life. So you're just like, this is a real life scenario that they're dealing with, but they're dealing with it in a very simplistic, a very kid-like way. Like there's a very innocent way of looking at how to deal with these issues because they're kids and like puppies doing their thing, right?
Right.
But to me, I'm like, well, that's pretty smart. There's like a very
So have a good day.
Okay, you too. Man.
yeah. There's a very like simple way that they deal with their problems. That's like, oh, okay, that's really nice, really relatable. And then you got all the character stuff that happens throughout to where you're like, oh, well, this is really nice. Like you care about them and you want to see them succeed, and you're interested to see how they succeed.
Yeah.
And you don't get that with really any other season but season 1.
That's fair. I'll give you that one. But yeah, I called it after 5. Ethan also called it after 5, and even though other friends stuck around for different reasons, they quit by 8, except for Dakota, and even then we kind of focused more on the movies, but Ethan always was a bit skeptical of the movies because like he always had the moments where he would complain like, why am I always hearing the pop-up boogie stuff? Apply more copyrighted music. And then it does happen, and like still complains kinda. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Star Versus was like, it was the live stream of the season 3 finale. It was the first one that I ever did. It's the first video that started the whole channel to begin with. So I'm very grateful for that video. 4K within a couple hours. But that was primarily because Star Versus was on Disney XD at that point, and Disney XD wasn't available in a lot of other countries.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I view Star Versus as a bag.
Yeah. I remember watching a lot of that. I thought it was all hilarious, but I kind of like dipped out of it like after like season 2 or whatever, and then I haven't gone back. And I was like, oh, I heard that it finished, and like I only saw it in clips, but then I watched like other people like review it, and they're like, oh my god, this is awful. I was like, I don't even know what I'm even watching because they're clips, but
I think it's too much of a stretch to call it all awful. Because I think it did start out pretty fantastic. I just think that towards the end, I don't know if the goal was what it was supposed to be. It very much felt like a Star Wars sequel trilogy thing, where it's like, was this really what it all built up to? Was this planned from the start? But I think season 3 to me was like, I felt like it did too much. Like it kind of went back and forth between like going from plot to romance bullshit, like love triangle thing to filler, and it did that multiple times throughout the show. And then season 4 was like, the first half was pretty great, and then you had all the logic problems in the second half.
Yeah.
Like a lot of details that I'm just like, that just like really hurt my brain, especially towards the finale. And it's why if I were to ever do a rebuttal against Lambo Rocks' Cleaved rant, I'm like, here are all of my bullet points as to why I found Cleaved finale, as opposed to why you found it a shit finale. Because a lot of the times when Lambo was criticizing how it was a shit finale, I'm like, so it's basically the same thing that everyone says. That it was rushed, that it feels like a fan fiction or whatever. I'm like, literally everybody has said this. Everybody has said that it's rushed. Everybody.
But yeah, I mean, you can.
I feel like the fan fiction thing is a little too harsh a criticism. Some people would believe fan fiction would do better.
Well, I mean, there are videos like that I see where it's like they all kind of like agree with each other, and you agree too. You're like, yeah, I completely understand, but you don't really have anything original to say. It's like I'm saying yes to like all the same stuff again, but this is like the 7th time that I've done this with the same criticism. It's like, yeah, everything's rushed, and also the rush thing. Like I can understand that to a degree, but the problem is that even with your limited time, you gotta know what time to use and how to spend it. And it's like, if you spend it doing stupid stuff, and it's like, well, we were rushed guys, we just didn't have time to do it. It's like, well, you knew you had this time, but you wasted it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it still is your fault at the end of the day, right? Like, I mean,
I still
Hazbin
believe
Hotel
Disney-
has the exact same problem.
I still believe Disney kind of screwed with season 4 a little bit when it came to Starbursts. I just still felt like it wasn't quite the same levels as when Owl House got fucked over for season 3.
Yeah.
That one was like, I'm confident Dana Terrace and all the other people had a lot of episode ideas free, but then Disney fucked them over and only gave them 3 episodes as a result. And they all had to be about 45 minutes or so each. And
Well, yeah. Well, they weren't even gonna get the 3 episodes either.
yeah, they really had to fight for it. And that sucks, because it's actually surprising to find out that Disney did not cancel Owl House in the way they did because of LGBT content. I'm genuinely surprised. But they provided a even shittier reason. We're like, it doesn't fit with our brand. And I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't.
No, but like, what is technically considered your brand? Like,
A lot of stupid shit. Their shit is a lot more stupid now, so it's like, of course, I can understand why it doesn't fit with your brand.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we live in a world where Deadpool and Wolverine can now technically be considered a Disney film. So I don't get it.
Yeah.
Or how
yeah.
Alien Romulus could technically be considered a Disney film since it's under Fox, which Disney owns now.
Yeah, but you're still gonna see like failures. So even if it's like, well, this movie's part of this franchise, like, well, Disney owns it, so it's probably like that's one of the reasons why it's not turning out so well.
And then I focused on Trolls a good portion of the time, but like it could depend on like plotline stuff, or it could depend on show stuff. And yeah, I don't have to put that much detail into it, but it's kind of fun. It's very much a case where I could look at where I love having fun, like ripping apart some of the lesser stuff. Like a lot of people in the same fandom, they don't really like Trollstopia that much, and I watched it twice, and I'm about to watch it a third time because I have a review coming like much later, sometime in May, I think. But I look at it and I'm like, here are the ways that I would have improved it. Like, I would have moved this episode around, or I would have focused an entire season on this, or I would have focused the next one on that. Like, I like kind of going more fun, detailed discussions like that because it's like I like creating common consensus discussions where it's like you don't ever like push people into a position where um, they feel bad that they ever liked something or that they ever like something that you don't or that they don't like something that you do. And then it's like you create a common consensus discussion where it's like, hey, I can kind of understand the perspective of it. That the video is technically from the reviewer's perspective, so it's already biased as is, but you want to create an environment where you're being fair with it. And that's why I view Alex as such a shit reviewer in general because he's not that.
Yeah, that's kind of like I don't know if you've even seen any of my videos, but
I'm not sure I've run into.
I just talk about Paw Patrol really. I started talking about Apex Legends as well, but
I've done
you know,
game stuff recently, but like I need to find other outlets because I've had times where my brother is, hey, you want to get that game? You want to get that game? You feel like you're gonna play this game? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know what exactly my palette is right now.
yeah,
People have their game preferences. I simply don't know mine yet. With entertainment like movies and shows, I pretty much watch indiscriminately. Like I'm not a person who's like, I prefer horror or I prefer comedy. I'm like, just give me a good story and we're fine.
well, yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. It's not like I mean, there's certain people out there who are like, oh, they don't want to move outside their comfort zone.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
And I'm not like that. I'm very much a horror type person, but
yeah,
I can't find good. There's very little good horror. I mean, a lot of them are replaced with slashers,
yes.
and a lot of people really just show up. You know, I forgot what the movie was called, but it's got Art the Clown in it. Yeah, like the purpose of that is to essentially just have like the goriest scenes possible. And see if people can like really like handle it. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like a challenge type movie.
And one thing that I will kind of admit that I'm glad to doing is that I do like those films. I love watching them gory, awesome kills. Not like I don't want like I could if I left the stream up, I could easily like the thing is people could look at it and be like you're a sick fuck for that. It's like what look at the like hundreds of thousands of people who are also sick fucks then because they like what because they go to a horror movie and they look at kills and it's like you also have a channel called Dead Meat where they literally rank kills via golden chainsaw and dull machete. Like horror community kind of knows what's up usually, and it just depends on like we have fun with the product that we're reviewing, whether it's bad shit insane or not. And I will admit I'm glad Damien Leone is essentially admitting and confirming that Terrifier 4 will be the last one.
Yeah, I just mean that like I understand what it's going for, but like
Like,
I can
like,
watch
where you
I
don't
can
want,
watch that.
it's a case where you don't want the gory stuff to be all it's known for, per se.
Well, yeah, I mean, like in like Terrifier, people show up because Art the Clown is funny.
Oh yeah, legit, yes.
They like how they like seeing him like joke around and come up with like new ways to kill people, and like he has fun, and so like you have fun as like a result.
Right. And I like that Damien would say in an interview that it's like, even though art is funny, like, you still view him as like a villain type figure. You know he's evil, and you still want to see him be taken down, you know? Like, but I'm still kind of waiting for for better horror movie stuff too. Because
Yeah.
the only reason I got into horror more often is because of Dead Meat James, Found Flicks.
Yeah. Well, horror to me is like in a very interesting like place, because like the way I see horror is that I want my horror to be like saying something. Like I don't want it just to be like, oh well, there's scares in it for like the sake of scares because it's a horror movie. I want it to be saying something.
I get what you're saying. Like, I think that a film like The Gallows is a movie that it's like, let's just kind of make a movie for the sake of jump scare. Because like,
Yeah.
you go through the entire movie and be like, how does that connect to that connect to that? Like, it doesn't. The writing is just so bad that you can barely make sense of the basic bullet points of the plot. And even then, it's like, with found footage movies, it's like, you gotta like find a way to make like kids filming stuff feel believable. Like with Blair Witch Project, it's like, oh, they're filming for a school project or something. Or with Wreck, it's like, film everything that's going on because we'll be quarantined inside a building. Or Paranormal Activity is like, we're trying to catch signs of ghosts or demons in the house. Meanwhile, with The Gallows, it's like, it's just idiots filming stuff because it's cheap.
Yeah.
Like, it's always stuff like that. It's like, you gotta get better with horror movies. Have gotta like be in a better spot because we've got a ton of different like classic monsters all because of the horror genre. And I'm hoping that they can get back to a stage where horror can be fun to watch in the theater again, because we've gotten a lot of different horror stuff that I don't think matches the same vibe ish.
Yeah. The horror that I usually go to, like my favorite horror of all time, I guess it was kind of recently dethroned, maybe, but it was always the original Twilight Zone. Rob Sterling.
Okay.
That is my favorite. That's my shit right there. Even like the very first episode, Where Is Everybody? Like that's the first episode that they decide to introduce the Twilight Zone to us, and it's just like, it's terrifying because it's essentially like the first like back rooms essentially.
I believe it. Get it.
Yeah, it's just like a guy who's just walking down like a dirt road, and he just goes into a town where there is nobody. And yet there seems to be implications that there are people around. Like he'll go into a prison, or he'll go into a building and he'll see like the faucet going, or a radio will be playing, and yet there's nobody there. But there's like all these implications that there's someone there, but they're hiding and they're watching him. But there is nobody there. He's all by himself. And that's what's really terrifying. There's just like many episodes that are just like so like real, and that's what I really really love about this. What horror to me should always be, is that it always should tap into what is real about all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like our reality, our humanity. Like what are we capable of? Like what are we facing day by day? What's the thing that we don't want to admit to ourselves?
Right. I totally get that.
But now we don't get that these days.
No, we really don't. Sometimes they gotta make it completely outlandish. But yeah, I've been trying to go completely multi-fandom as of recently, because it took me 9 months to binge the MCU from Captain America First Avenger all the way up to about Hawkeye before I could continue on with the other shows. This was excluding shows like Cloak and Dagger. Like, this was watching all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all of Daredevil, all of Luke Cage, all of Iron Fist, all of Jessica Jones, all of Agent Carter, all of that shitty Inhuman show, all of The Punisher, like everything. And I feel like on some cases I'm glad I put my time into it because they confirmed it canon now, but in other times I'm like, I kind of feel bad that I put time into it because they basically said that wasn't canon anymore. And I would love to talk more about MCU stuff a little more often. I literally had a possible video idea for October 2024, but I got kind of stuck in the transition period of like trying to heal that I didn't get to it. And it was basically why the Multiverse Saga is inferior.
It definitely is inferior. I was a huge MCU fan, but after Endgame, I kind of stopped watching it, but I still like tuned in for like certain stuff. But
I think
it's
that
not been the same.
the common consensus is that that the good films after Endgame are Spider-Man No Way Home, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, to some extent Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and I don't know if that's it or not.
Well, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but
That one is kind of a little divisive, though, to some people.
yeah,
Like, I'm talking about, like,
more like a
movies that
consensus,
good
right?
majority of people love. Yeah, the common consensus that they love it.
Yeah, I say it would just be those. Well, Shang-Chi, right? Like,
Yeah, I like Shang-Chi. Like,
you forgot it existed until I said it.
People really praised the shit out of Shang-Chi when it came out. That they were like, oh my god, dude, if you love the trailer, go watch the movie. It's even better. Like, it is so rare to find those types of movies. Because half the time you always get a trailer that it's like, I'm sure you've run into this before yourself, that it's like, you see people that look at a trailer and then they come back after watching the movie and they're like, the trailer was better.
Yeah, many times. The Last Jedi.
I definitely want to talk more Star Wars stuff too, like, because I've been following the consensus there too, after the sequel trilogy. And I've been binging all that stuff, especially because Star Wars was something that I got into when I was younger. I found the prequels to be dog shit, but only in like direction, acting, and otherwise. Like story wise, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars movie is just okay. I find it better than the first. I find it better than episodes 1 and 2. But comparing it to the Clone Wars show, I'm like, yeah, that ain't that great. The Clone Wars show is fantastic. Like, easily some of the best media I've watched ever. Episode 3 is the closest prequel to, like, legitimately being, like, great. Like, a lot of people say it's good even, and I kind of agree. Bad Batch ain't as good as Clone Wars, but I still liked it. Solo, I wasn't that big a fan of. I feel like Solo has really, like, depending on the color palette, it can be a bit ugly. And Solo can be a bit of a pointless film too. And I hate that because Solo originally had Phil Lord and Chris Miller working on it. And from what people have said, the Phil Lord and Chris Miller version was fantastic. But then Disney had to be like, nah, we're just gonna get rid of Phil Lord and Chris Miller. We're gonna do a bunch of reshoots and we're gonna get the other guy. And that's how we got the film we got.
Well,
The
I think
Kenobi show is just okay. I haven't gotten to Star Wars Rebels yet. I've heard Andor is pretty good. I've heard Rogue One is pretty good. Everyone loves the original trilogy. Everybody loved the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian, but they weren't big fans of season 3.
Wait, have you not watched the original trilogy?
I have. I just want to kind of recap because I'm going in timeline order.
Yeah, you watched The Mandalorian too?
I have not watched Mandalorian, but I'm going off of common consensus that everyone loved Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2, but they felt like 3 was disappointing, or that they didn't like 3 as much.
Mhm.
Common consensus said Book of Boba Fett wasn't good. That they weren't big fans of it. What are the other ones? People have said Ahsoka's pretty good, but only if you have seen Clone Wars and Rebels. That you can't necessarily enjoy it as like a standalone thing like you would with Andor. I don't know anything about Star Wars Resistance at all. I have no idea about Skeleton Crew either. Like, that's completely brand new. I've heard Acolyte is complete dog shit. I've heard Force Awakens was pretty good, and for the start of the sequel trilogy, it is pretty good. Last Jedi is really divisive. Like, insanely divisive. And Rise of Skywalker is, like, a little less divisive. But from what a lot of people would gather, even the people that like it, they don't love it.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so how much Star Wars have you actually seen right now?
I have only seen prequel trilogy, Clone Wars show, Clone Wars movie. I've seen the original trilogy, but that was a long time ago. I've also seen the sequel trilogy, but that was a long time ago. Have seen Bad Batch, have seen Solo, have seen Kenobi, have not had gotten started with Rebels, but did not watch the whole show yet. Have not watched Andor. Have not watched Rogue One, but I've heard about it. Have not watched Mandalorian yet, but I've heard about it. Have not watched Book of Boba Fett. Have not watched Acolyte. Basically just any like Disney Plus show that wasn't Bad Batch, Kenobi, or anything like that I haven't gotten to yet. So,
Well,
I guess I could be through like a third of the way, I guess, if I really had to think about it.
well, you see, I am a huge Star Wars fan,
Yeah,
and I've seen every single thing.
yeah.
And I'm quite interested. If we could probably do like a Star Wars stream,
Probably. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
because I already am a little bit upset. I wouldn't say upset, but I would say that I highly disagree with some things you said.
Fair enough. Again, a lot of the stuff I haven't seen, I'm just going off of what common consensus or reviews I have seen. This isn't exactly my opinion, because I won't know what my opinion is until I watch it.
Sure. more so for me is the things that you said about like Clone Wars. Because I am a huge Clone Wars hater. I hate the show.
Okay.
I actually like the prequels a lot, and I hate what the Clone Wars does to the prequels. So
That's surprising.
I know, because many people who are like fans of the prequels are like, well, the Clone Wars actually improves upon the prequels. And I'm like, if you go through it, it actually ruins it. You just don't know it.
Interesting. I think it's
what was your
mainly
favorite?
It could be mainly just a sense of like, people look at the prequels in like a sense of like how they were directed and how they were acted, and then you compare that to how they did a lot of the acting and stuff in Clone Wars. But I don't know exactly. Like, I like doing a lot of the research beforehand, and I like getting common consensus views. So
My views aren't like common consensus. I'm very much like, I'm not normal when it comes to these type of opinions, because a lot of people in the fandom did not hold it, because they think Clone Wars is like literally an improvement, and I'm like, like Anakin in the Clone Wars is not even anything like Anakin from the movies. So like, how on earth am I supposed to even like pretend these are the same characters? And then once you get to the prequels, right? Like after the Clone Wars into the prequels, it's like, okay, so how did Anakin change character like that quickly?
I can definitely see more of the changing character from the close to the end of Clone Wars to the third film. I can see that a little more. Like,
I mean, I
see
can't.
that. No,
I personally, I
I'm meaning I can see your perspective. I get why you felt like that was a little bit weird of a change, weird of a transition.
Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, it's just like a show that exists, that runs like counterintuitive to the movies. The whole inhibitor chips to the clones is stupid. Like they're so desperate to make the clones like these tragic characters when you don't really have to do that.
I feel like it could give a little more depth in some way. Like, I get what you're meaning. At the same time, though, like, people did like. I feel like people could have found it confusing, the concept of clones themselves. But that is kind of a to each his own.
Well, sure, but it's more like, what do you think?
It's a case where I see the film. I see the clones as kind of like, people found it confusing. Like, what was it? Because they were clones that were kind of manufactured like that. It's like, do they have the same exact like viewpoints and perspectives or whatever? Or like, were they very similar to droids in human form or whatever? And sometimes like even like starter episodes like episode 1 where you had the different clones going with Yoda, it's like that kind of answered it a bit, that it's like, even though they share the same face, like sometimes they like go by names based on their numbers. For example, like one of the clones has a bunch of 5s in his name, so they call him 5s. Or because one clone uses a bunch of heavy weaponry, they call him Heavy. Something similar to that. Like, they give them a little more personality, that it's like you can kind of...
Well, you can give them personality, but like I said, when it comes to the inhibitor chips, that makes things way more difficult. That makes it way more difficult than it had to be, and it didn't have to be that way, because we already had an in-universe explanation for Order 66, and then they changed it in the Clone Wars when they really shouldn't have, because it was quite clear cut originally, and then Clone Wars just made it way more difficult.
Okay.
It like ruins it for me, because like the original lore for it was like very cool, and it was very depressing. And you know, we already had that in like books and stories. We even had that in video games, because they had the it's not like a campaign, but it's sort of something like that in the original Battlefront 2 on the PS2. And that came out like during the movies.
Right.
And so like the Order 66 thing, you can play that in the game. And what's really cool is that you'll have like voice logs from like a clone who like talks about the events and like his experience with them. And when he talks about Order 66, it's like he talks about like the clones get the order to destroy the Jedi, Order 66. And he talks about how depressed him and all the other clones were like, we're gonna have to go kill our friends because this is our order, this is what we gotta do. And they were like so depressed, none of them like talk to each other. Like they were so ashamed of what they knew they were going to do that they couldn't talk to each other. And it's like, is that not more like fascinating and interesting than having just inhibitor chips to force you into doing something?
To be honest, like, I don't necessarily find the inhibitor chips like that necessarily bad, but I do agree that that particular one you gave, I'm like, that would have been so much more emotionally powerful, per se.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot her name, but you remember in episode 3 where you see the blue Jedi lady, and she's on Felucia.
Ayla Secura, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone found it like hilarious that like the clones like shot her so many times. We're like, well, she's clearly dead, right? Like, you don't need to like blast her like a billion times. And what seems like a joke is played very seriously in Battlefront 2. Like I said, because you had the clone that gets like his accounting of Order 66, which, by the way, in that story, like in the voice logs and all that, it's from the future, right? Like it's a clone in the Empire talking about the past. So it's like you're going through his past as he's talking about it. Wow. And so when he talked about him and his troops like executing Ayla Secura, he says that the reason why they shot her so many times was because they wanted to make sure that she was dead. Because they actually really like loved, cared, and like respected her, and they're like, we can't fathom like having her in pain whatsoever. So if we're going to shoot her, we're going to make sure she dies.
Wow.
So that's why they shot her. That's why they shot her so many times, was to make sure that she was not in pain, that she died as quickly as possible.
That's so much more powerful. That's so dark. That's so much darker, you know?
Yeah. So then when they decanonized that was the old lore, by the way, was that Order 66, like with the inhibitor chips, right? Why would Palpatine make it Order 66? Like, why would he choose a number at all? Why not just make it Order 1? Because in the show they established that the inhibitor chips were lied about and said, oh, well, it's to suppress the clones' like violent nature, right? So it essentially only exists for that. Well, that was the lie, but in actuality, it was supposed to control their brain to make them kill the Jedi. So why not just make an order like Order 1? Why choose 66?
I see. Yeah, that one's one that I definitely get.
Yeah, in the original lore, all the orders were known. I believe it was Order 65 or 67 was supposed to assassinate Supreme Chancellor. Like, if he didn't relinquish power and he was like a violent dictator, essentially, that the clones would be ordered to kill the Chancellor. So the orders were already known, right? So Order 66 was just like a contingency just in case the Jedi went rogue. So the Jedi were aware of the order already.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Like, while I don't necessarily find the inhibitor chips technically a bad thing, I can see how that's a little more underwhelming as opposed to these explanations.
Yeah, it's totally
That make it
retarded.
that make it so much more like tragic and dark.
Yeah, it's really good. You should totally look it up. Like, look up the campaign from Battlefront
I
2 on
should.
the PS2. Like, you should really listen to it. It's really good. And I'm like, damn, this could have been like its own like show or movie. Like,
Yeah.
because like having clones like be aware. Because like I said, since the order is sort of like a public thing, like everyone knows about, the clones themselves are aware that like if the order ever comes, we're gonna have to kill a Jedi. So it's like them always keeping it in the back of their minds that they're fighting alongside with the Jedi, but they're also learning how the Jedi like fight and defend themselves. Or like, well, if the Jedi can be tricked, then they can be killed.
Ooh.
But it's like they're
That's
not doing it because they hate them. They're just like, this is our job. Like we're observing how the Jedi work. So if the order ever comes, we know how to kill them.
Yeah. That's
And it's like
chilling.
that to me is way more human, because then the inhibitor chips just turn them into droids. It's like, why not just make droids at that point?
Yeah, I definitely get that, at least.
And also in Bad Batch, they have destroying of Camino. Now in Battlefront, Camino actually stays kind of stays open. You know, when the Empire is around. Until they find out that there was a rogue like squadron of clones that were being created by the Kaminoans to like rebel against the Empire, and that's what got Camino destroyed by the Empire, was because they were trying to rebel against the Empire.
I see.
When the Empire in the Bad Batch wanted nothing more than getting like the clone troopers in.
Yeah, I could tell that in Bad Batch they mainly decided to destroy Camino specifically to get rid of everything regarding the clone troopers, and they wanted to usher in the stormtroopers for the Empire. So I get what you're talking about there, at least.
Yeah, which also would be a great movie to see Camino like it come to accept that they were basically creating clones that, you know, were responsible for bringing about the Empire, and like decide to rebel against it, and then the Empire like destroys them. Once again, Star Wars had great ideas until they were all decanonized, and for some reason Dave Filoni's Clone Wars got to stay as canon. So and everyone contributes that as like, oh, this is one of the greatest pieces of media I've ever watched, but it's like it does way more damage than anybody realizes.
Or at the very least, I could look at it as being like, it could be a version, as opposed to like how there's also a Clone Wars micro series, and
Yep, by Genndy Tartakovsky,
yeah,
which is fucking amazing.
yeah, I've heard that that's really good too.
It's the best. That one is 100% canon in my mind. I mean, like, yeah, sure, the Jedi used the Force way too much in that show, but I mean, listen, during war you're gonna do anything. But it's the most epic Star Wars, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's great. And then they decanonized and they made Dave Filoni's the canon one. I'm like, really? Because the Genndy one actually follows canon. Like, all the events are already known in that, so it's like it all falls in line with the movies. I don't understand, because like in Dave Filoni's, it's almost like the events that happen in the movies are like forced. You know what I mean? Like well, this show has to be part of the movie, so let's just force like parts from the movies into my show. Let's force like references. It never feels like natural. Where like Gendy's feels like it's a perfect continuation from episode 2 to episode 3.
I see.
It's like the nice middle point.
Okay. I gotcha.
But one of the better I did all the shows are basically bad. I hate Mandalorian because this is something that I hate about Dave Filoni's writing in general. The dude refuses to like have his heroes be like seen as the bad guys. It's like no matter their crimes, they are always going to be like always on the moral high ground. It's like, how many times must our hero like kill innocent people before we suddenly like, okay, this is bad.
Right.
It's like Mando does it all the time, and Ahsoka does it, and it's like, it's so annoying. It's like I hate these characters, but the entire show is telling me that I should root for them when I don't. And it's like, I don't want to root for them because I hate them. But the show is telling me that everything to do is morally correct compared to everybody else. And it's like, that's 100% not true. But you're trying to force it to be, and I hate it.
I see.
But what was weird is that like Andor, I will say that Andor is I think Andor is one of the greatest pieces of Star Wars media ever made. It beats out the prequels. It almost beats out the originals. Like the originals, I love the originals to death. And they are like, it's still better than Andor, but I mean Andor comes really close.
Wow.
To like beating even the original trilogy. It's like it's easily some of the best Star Wars ever made.
I'll keep that in mind when I get to it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's like it's very grounded, as people would say. And some people would call it boring because it like takes its time and all that. But to me, like I'm always like frowning anytime I watch the shows like Kenobi or Mandalorian or The Acolyte. I'm just like always pissed off, and I just can't really enjoy myself. But man, I was grinning from ear to ear with every Andor episode. I was like, this is the best time of my life right now.
Interesting.
So good.
Okay.
Andor is like all the best. Like it's like taking drugs without like any negative side effects.
Hey, I'll take. That sounds great, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. 2:02 a.m. So, if there's one more thing that needs kind of addressed or whatever, then let's address it here so we can end.
Oh sure. It's kind of weird. But what about the? So earlier when I was making all the like the race jokes, did you think I was doing anything racist like the guy was saying?
I really don't think so. I wasn't offended or anything. But it really depends on audience, whether they would find it racist or not. Like, I don't think anybody would look at something like that and be like, let's play the race card. Like,
well, I was trying to be like, I was trying to be funny because like, and plus like, you know, like Ethan built him up as like, oh, this is the guy that's really gonna go ham on you, and I'm like, okay, I gotta like prepare myself to like make jokes about this guy, and you know, just in case, since like,
right.
I'm trying to like get him to be like super negative towards me, but apparently he's like super tired, so he didn't really care.
Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, good stream, I guess.
Say what?
Good stream, I guess.
Yep, I think so.
All right. Well, next time, if you watch all the sort of stuff, invite me over.
Of course.
And if you have a wrong opinion, I'll just say that you're wrong, and I won't listen to anything you have to say.
Fair enough.
Oh, see ya.
Yep. And I will see you all in another one. Bye all.